Connect or reject? That's the question. Every day we wake up in this life, we have to say, am I going to connect or reject? And every single day, it's a crapshoot. It's not what it's called, or is it a crapshoot?
I think it's called a dirt shoot.
It's a dirt shoot. Every day. And every day you have to write me messages so that I can tell you which one to proceed with for the day. Sarah is here today. She's going to help us to know if you should connect or reject. Let's get to the messages.
This video is sponsored by NordVPN.
Jordan's messages.
Now guys, this one is specifically directed towards me, so I don't want anybody to speak. So I'm in college and there's this thing called the marriage pact. Basically, every semester, about half of the students fill out a long survey with questions about their values and lifestyle, and then some Stanford techie people use an algorithm to match everyone with the person they are most compatible with. Anyways, I took this survey. That sounds like a Mark Zuckerberg
Hot
setup.
or not?
Hot or not. Connect or reject. Anyways, I took the survey last semester, got a match, and never spoke to him. Frankly, I was not attracted to this person, so I was glad he did not reach out. But this semester, my match did reach out to me and wants to go on a date. I'm not attracted to this person, but I don't want to be rude. My friends say I should go on a date with him because we scored in the 97th percentile of matches, and you'll probably never find someone who is more compatible with you than that, unquote. This is a small college, so I am bound to run into him at some point, especially since we have overlapping friend groups. What should I do? Should I suck it up and go on a date with him just because the survey said we're compatible? Otherwise, how do I get away from these people? But nicely, don't awkward. I've never been a fan. Look, okay, I didn't have like I had a lot of friends who were girls, but I didn't have like the insight into the psyche of a girl when a guy asks her out until I met Sarah, and the mental strain that I understood after talking to her, the years of mental agony that she went through. You know, guys left and right, date me, please, God, just touch my hand constantly. Like, then, and in the end, she feels guilty. Like, I owe these guys something. I gotta at least, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna end it all. She doesn't know. So, look, this isn't your responsibility. Like, if you don't like the guy, don't do it as a courtesy, please. I mean, from a guy's perspective, if I asked a girl out and she wanted with everything in her soul to say no and was doing me a courtesy, that would make you end it all.
That really is the worst thing. That really is the worst.
So, I would just be honest and just not, I wouldn't avoid this guy, but just, you know, I would just say, you know, not right now. If we run into each other, love to run into you on campus, we can like, whatever, but like, look, there's ways to word stuff to kind of like backtrack, but like be inclusive and things are okay. I'm not rejecting you, even though I am, but you know, maybe when we hang out with a group of people and we run into each other on campus, we'll hang out.
Well, there's two options.
Okay, well, Sarah, you weren't addressed in the message.
Okay,
That's okay.
Unwarranted advice. You have two options. Either just keep it casual and go out with him because one date means basically nothing, and you at the end of the date you can say, hey, this was fun. Don't want to continue this as this type of relationship. Let's move into the friend zone and then call it that. Or you can just tell him no. Like, you can do one of those two things, but don't go, just like Jordan said, don't go, because how would you feel if you asked someone out to like a Sadie Hawkins dance and they were like, oh my gosh, this girl asked me out and I do not want to, that wouldn't make you feel very good, right?
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. I would suggest not going out with the guy. I know people are gonna freak out, but I don't think you should do it as a courtesy. I truly don't. That's just the way that it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So in this case, I would say reject while leaving the connection open. In Messages Land, you don't have to worry about messy relationships, especially ones you did not consent to. As in the kind of relationship you're in with advertisers, corporations, governments, hackers, anyone who just decides willy-nilly that they're gonna stalk you around the internet and use you like a product. Get away from these people by getting a virtual private network. A VPN keeps you safe online by essentially hiding your online identity and making it very difficult for anyone to track you. We've been checking out NordVPN lately, and honestly, it's amazing. I don't want anyone knowing my location or anything else about me, so a VPN gives me peace of mind. Here's why we like NordVPN. It's super simple to use. One click protects you, or you can just set it up and just auto-connect so you're protected with exactly 0 clicks. We like NordVPN because it's more than a VPN. It's a powerful cybersecurity tool. Their threat protection blocks intrusive ads and web trackers when you're browsing the internet. Plus, when you download a file, NordVPN inspects it for malware. It also automatically scans URLs and blocks malicious ones for you. And of course, we like that you can tell the interwebs that you're browsing from a different country. It's handy to be able to do that. This gives you access to different streaming shows and games, or you can reduce the price of things. Go to nordvpn.com/cow to get a 2-year plan plus 4 additional months with a huge discount. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, that's nordvpn.com/cow. Now, let's get back to the messages. Hey Jordan and Josh, this question is urgent as I will be getting married in less than a year. Okay, so my fiance was supposed to move into an apartment about a week ago, but a couple days prior his roommate dropped the bomb that he didn't want to anymore. Now my fiance is still with his parents. I urged him to seek out another roommate, even said we can change our wait list requirements for our future apartment to make it cheaper and quicker so he can live there until we are married. He's been super resistant, saying it's not worth the money, but for me, after living on my own for some time now, this is a non-negotiable. I told him so, and that I was very uncomfortable with the idea of him still living with mommy and daddy, and then just moving in with me once we are married. My mom agrees with me, and his mom agrees with him. I love his mom, just FYI. So this has been a source of strain and conflict lately. The worst part is that even though he is still trying to move out, I feel like he's been pouty about it, even though I have given more than enough reasons why the experience is worth more than the money spent. I know y'all are missing a lot of context here, but I need outside advice, and I don't want this to be too... Look,
That wasn't especially violent.
Asking the wrong.
Look, this hits close to home. Not... This would be one thing if he was like, hey, look, we're gonna get married and we're gonna move in with my parents. That's one thing that...
Let's not open up that can.
Let's not open that up, okay? Let's not go there. But this guy is like, look, we're trying to save money, okay? I like my parents. I'm not trying to prove a point. I just like... You know, we're trying to save money. The apartment didn't work out.
I'm gonna spend $1,500 a month to prove I can run a dishwasher.
Right. I would rather save the money, live with people that I like, instead of some weird roommate who's obviously backtracking, and now I gotta find some other idiot who's probably addicted to pornography. And I gotta live with this guy? For months? For a year? Why don't I just, I'm so committed to this whole thing, why don't I just live with my parents and do the responsible thing and save money? And then, if you want to live on your own, that's okay, but we're different people. Maybe that's what you need, maybe that's not what I need right now. And then, when we come together and we're married, then we will live together somewhere else. I don't really understand, I don't like the idea that, you're pressuring him to do something like that to make sure that he is taught a lesson. That feels weird, a little weird to me.
If you are worried that he's relying on mommy and daddy, then just have that conversation with him. Tell him that you would like him to learn how to do stuff around the house.
Yeah,
and just have him do that at home.
The fact that he is a little pouty throughout this whole thing, I don't think that is saying necessarily anything about him. I mean, it is, but it's just kind of saying something about the state of your guys' relationship, where he can't tell you what he wants to tell you because he is worried that you're gonna be like, screw this, we're done. And so he's like, look, I don't want there to be a freak out moment here, but I really don't want to find another weirdo to be in an apartment with.
Save $12,000.
$12,000.
I would add that we both lived with our parents until we got married, and we were fine. I was extremely self-sufficient. Jordan maybe learned a couple of things after we got married, and it was totally fine.
Yeah.
Everything was totally fine.
I can't overemphasize the cash money. You gotta save the cash money. I would suggest you move back in with your parents and save the cash money.
And this was back when you could still buy houses.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that this conflict is just showing a bit of like this strain in the relationship that needs to. It's not about the apartment. It's just about it's about something else. Yeah, it's something else.
It goes deep.
That's
we don't
it.
have all the details.
No. Well, there's the answer.
Connect or reject.
Connect or reject. Connect with each other and don't reject his point of view. Don't reject this guy. He's got something to say, and he's not an idiot. He sounds like a really great guy. Well, 2 messages, 1 connection, 1 rejection. 50-50 chance, Josh. I mean, flip the coin. Flip the coin in your life. Take that 50-50% chance. You know? Take the advice. Flip the coin. Heads, connect. Tails, reject. And that's your messages. That's your answer. Don't be messy. And leave good messages.